All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Judge.
Everybody in, please.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Can you all hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
Judge.
good morning, Judge. We had our volume down. I apologize. Good morning,
Good
Judge.
morning. It's Monday. Let's do
Good
it.
morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Oh, y'all sound happy to hear from me this morning. Ooh.
Always. We always happy.
Okay. All right. Let's
I'm
do
glad
it.
you took my advice. I'm glad
I
you took my
did.
advice.
I took your advice, Mia. All right, let's
Good
do it.
job.
Mr. Murphy, you ready to rock and roll this morning? You are my 8:35 a.m.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm
And
ready.
also, Judge, we have Mr. Patrick Cola in the courtroom.
Wonderful. He's scheduled for 8:45. I'm going to have to get that minutes in. So please don't have your people call in early this morning because they're going to have to sit and wait. There's a high likelihood they'll have to wait. Let's get going so we can be on time with Mr. Murray. Mr. Griffin, I'm going to have you read his case number into the record if you have it handy.
Yes, Judge. Judge, this is case 22-280129-FH, James Murray.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Murray. State your full name for me.
James Murray.
All right. How are you this morning?
I'm excellent.
That's good. I know you surprised at 8:38. We on the record. Let's get you done, sir.
I appreciate
Going
you.
well. Yes, sir. I know you have to work. Things are going well with you.
Yes, Your Honor. No concerns thus far. Things are actually going really well. Trying to finish the year strong.
All right, let's do it. No reason why you shouldn't. You got what it takes to do it, right?
That is correct.
That is correct. All right, very good. Listen, how are things going with that interlock?
Good. No complaints. No violations. I'm thoroughly used to it now. When I'm on the phone with clients or whoever, I got to mute the phone to blow sometimes. But other than that, it's been going well.
But you're able to get yourself around, right?
So to make it happen, yeah. It's more of like a joke at this point. It's not that serious.
It's worth that blow. All right. Very good. Very good. Tell me, Mr. Murray, I don't think I've given you this question before, something you've added or that you have deleted from your life that you believe has made you better, put you in a better space.
I've added making each day structured and waking up. If you ever have a heart, or if I ever find myself in a tough situation, that I always remember what I'm grateful for. The AA meetings kind of taught me that, to remember the big picture in hand. So you never really let one incident or one occurrence kind of throw you off your rocker. And then I've deleted wasting time. I think every time has to be so your time management is very important. And also, what was one more thing I had to say? Deleted wasting time. I've added better time management. And I think those are the main things. One more would slip my mind. Those are the main things I think I've added and deleted.
That's awesome. And how have those things made your life better? What's better about it?
Peace. I'm not get never too high, never too low. Never letting other people's actions affect my thoughts. I kind of find myself to be happier and more peaceful at this point. So it's enjoyable and I can appreciate it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Is there anything that you need us to help you with, Mr. Murray?
You guys have the help that you've been providing, continue to provide. I'm grateful for and appreciate. So nothing outside of what's already been provided.
All right, awesome. Mr. Griffin, place your appearance on the record for me and let me know, is there anything you need to add? He's in compliance. Is there anything you need to add us to Mr. Murray? You may proceed.
All right, good morning, Your Honor. Brian Griffin on behalf of Sobriety Court this morning. Mr. Murray is doing great. We did get an opportunity to staff this case. So no problems at this time, Your Honor. He's doing he's in compliance with your order at this time.
All right, awesome, awesome. And he's in what phase, Mr. Griffin?
He's in phase 5, Judge, of a 5-phase program.
All right, so he is on his way, on his way. Is he with us the 24 months?
Yes, and that should be coming up. He got a little while longer to go, Judge.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
okay because we'll still be
No, he's
monitoring.
doing fine.
Doing a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
job. All right, very good. And so, Mr. Murray, if no questions for you, I'm going to give you your next date. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
All right, very good. You are going to have a face-to-face with Mr. Griffin. That is going to be on November 20th at 1:30 p.m. And then you will have your hearing with me on November 27th, 2023. And that will be at 8:35 a.m. Okay.
Have it.
All right. I want you to listen. The holidays can be brutal. Have your emergency response plan in place. Mr. Griffin, all of our case managers should make sure that their clients have their emergency response plan in place in case things get sticky, in case something pops up that you weren't expecting. You have an automatic response to it that's not going to knock you off your square or take you out the game. Okay. So I'm counting on you all to do that. All right. If nothing else, you are all set and free to leave.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right. All right. Thank you all. I need just 2 minutes. Thank you. And I'll be ready for my 8:45 a.m. docket.
And Mr. Jones, check your phone. I just text you. You're not on until 10. 10 o'clock. Yeah.
Hey, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Cleveland,
Good morning.
good morning. Do you have an intake? If so, I'll do it.
Yes, I do. I don't think he's arrived at court yet, but I'm gonna come downstairs to the courtroom when he does get there so I can go ahead and have him go into the breakout room with you.
Thank you. I'll go over the order with him. Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Reed.
Good morning, Miss Cleveland. Who's your intake this morning?
That's Mr. Kenneth Mitchell.
Kenneth Mitchell.
Yes. And good morning to you, Miss Price.
Good morning.
Mr. Griffin? Mr. Griffin?
Hey, Rob.
Hey, just checking. I checked in for Mr. Rodriguez.
Okay.
It probably won't be for a while.
Yeah, I figured that. Okay. And if you need me, just let me know.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I am ready on the 8:45 a.m. docket. Let me start with having the attorneys place your appearance on the record for me.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court, Vet Court, Specialty Court Defense Attorney, P 23863. Judge, if I may, I'd like to make a motion, a continuing motion, that my appearance be for all my clients this morning. Thank you and good morning again.
Good morning. All right, Mr. Fikens, and your motion is granted, Mr. Reed.
Thank you.
Thank you and good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P 31894, Specialty Court Defense Attorney, and I would make a similar motion.
All right, your motion is granted, Mr. Fikens, and good morning. Mr. Griffin, you've already placed your appearance on the record. We're good. Miss Cleveland.
Good morning, Your Honor. Toshi Cleveland, Case Manager for Specialty Court.
All right, good morning, Miss Cleveland. All right, let's keep going, Mr. Yancey.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Kenneth Yancey on behalf of Specialty Court, Your Honor.
All right, good morning, Mr. Yancey.
Good morning.
Let's do it. I am ready for my 8:45 people. Do we have any phase 3 of 3 or phase 5? If
Mr.
not,
Petrocola is phase 5, Your Honor. He's in the courtroom.
all right, come on, Mr. Petrocola. I'm ready for you. I have case number C211336A. Mr. Petrocola, state your full name for me.
Vincent Adam Petrocola.
All right, how are you this morning?
Oh, I'm terrific. How are you?
I am doing very well. I see you cut your hair.
Well, I cut it shorter the first time, Tommy, and then it's kind of cutting back in.
It is. All right. All right. Very good. How are you doing, Mr. Petrocola?
Oh, I feel really good. Everything's great.
All right.
Working
Tell me.
very hard.
I'm sorry. Again?
Oh, I was working very hard.
Working very hard.
Absolutely.
All right. Tell me what you're working very hard on. I want to know.
Oh, just my day job at Spotlight and just DJing a lot. Been playing at like the Book Tower. I just played there. It was really nice. And a bunch of the new hotels and things that are coming in. So it's really cool to be able to share music with people.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you're not having any issues being in those environments?
Not at all.
All right. Very good. Did you notice anything different about yourself now that business is picking up and you're in a different space? Are you noticing anything different about yourself?
Well, I just feel good doing it now. I feel like I can handle more and be in more control of everything, make sure all my bookings are tight, that I'm on time, that I get all my records and everything all prepared and ready to go. A lot of times before I would forget things like my headphones and, just different things when I was doing all that stupid stuff. But now it's like I remember everything, which is a big difference. And
Which
I
has to
remember my bookings.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Say that again. I didn't hear you.
Oh, no, and I remember all my bookings. I don't double book people. You know what I mean? Like it's been really good.
That has to be good for business, right?
Absolutely. I couldn't do it. If I had, things are moving at a very good pace for me. And I couldn't do it if I wasn't sober and I didn't get the help from AA and from being in this program.
Yes, sir. Awesome. Is there anything that you need us to help you with? Anything you need us to assist you on?
Like I've always said, you guys are super pro. I have a really good support system and always to me, music and people are more important than alcohol and drugs. I don't really need to do that anymore. To me, I have a bigger objective and that's just the way I look at it. That's how I get through it. It's not really hard.
All right. Awesome. It's becoming a lifestyle, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm happy about that.
That's what we shoot for, lifestyle, life change. Very good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Mr. Griffin, Mr. Petrocola is in compliance. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. No problems with Mr. Petrocola at this time. He's in compliance with your orders.
All right, Mr. Petrocola, do you have any questions for the team this morning?
No, not at all.
All right. Your face-to-face will be on November 20th, at 1:30 with Mr. Griffin. And then your next hearing will be on November 27th, and that's going to be at 8:45 a.m. Okay?
Perfect.
All right, you are doing a great job. Keep up the good work, Mr. Patricola.
Oh, thank you, Your Honor. Thanks to the team. Appreciate you.
All right, very good. Do we have any more phase fives? All right, what about phase four?
Your Honor, I have a phase four, Kevin Brown.
All right.
But
Mr. Brown.
he's up here screening, so I don't think he's back in the courtroom yet.
All right, let's keep going. Do we have any other phase fours? If not, let's go phase three. Ms. Cleveland, do you all have any phase threes?
I have
Your
a,
Honor, I have phase, ooh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I have a phase two of three phases, Your Honor. That's Mr. Pope. He's here for a check-in.
Yes, all right, let's do it. I'm looking at Mr. Pope. I'm like, I know he's not in phase one. All right, let's go, Mr. Pope. I have case number 20044744801. Mr. Pope, state your full name for me.
Jonathan Pope.
All right, Mr. Pope, you taking care of business?
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, I heard now all of a sudden you done got all of this stuff done. I mean, we've been toiling and pleading and begging and tarrying for a year or more. And then all of a sudden you get it all done. Don't you think that you put in a little more energy and effort than you were in the beginning?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I need you to continue to do that and not blame other folks. Look at you and make sure you do what you're supposed to do. And then everything else will work out if you show up and do your part. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. How are things going at DRP? Are you going like you should?
Yes, I started my first meeting in November 17th.
They couldn't get you any earlier than that, Mr. Pope, because that's not good.
No, I'm saying they wanted to get me on November the 11th, but I got to go to the arms program.
Oh, because you waited around to schedule that. You see? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
You did. All right. All right. So you'll get it. You'll get it together. I just need you to finish strong and keep going. Okay.
I'm on it, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. You have any questions for us today?
No, ma'am.
All right. Miss Cleveland, this was just a check-in. He's in compliance and he's on track doing the things that I've asked him to do. Is that correct?
Yes, he is, Your Honor. And I'm sure it's because it's Monday morning, because I feel like Mr. Pope, I'm looking like, oh my gosh, I need more coffee. So he's more enthusiastic on other days.
That's okay. I'm good. All right. Let's go. We're going to do for Mr. Pope. He'll have a face-to-face. That is going to be on, what did I just say? November 13th, 2023 at 1:30 p.m. And then he will have a return to court. Let's do November 20th, 2023. Mr. Pope, you want a later time in the morning or you want the 8:45?
Later work. I've been so between this and the dropping in the morning, because they've been getting me on Sundays. I've been getting up early, so I've been really beating myself.
You want to do 10 o'clock?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Sir, I'm gonna give you 10 o'clock. Look at that. There you go. That made him smile. 10 o'clock, Mr. Pope. 10 o'clock, okay?
Yes.
Excuse me, Judge.
Yes.
That's not a date that's usable.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, I think that was a Sunday, because I was gonna be at arms too. I think from the 11th or the 12th. That's gonna be like a Sunday for the face to face.
The 20th is a Monday.
I think for the face to face.
The face to face is a Monday too.
Oh, it is?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
All right.
So Miss Mack, you're saying I need to use a different date?
Yes, I have that marked off for you.
Yep, I remember now. I'm looking at a different calendar. Can I use the 27th?
I have that marked off as well, but I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, that's training. That's mandatory training. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna have to shake it up just a little bit. I'll have to do the 21st, and I'll still keep it at 10 o'clock, okay?
All right.
Does that work, Miss Mack? I can do the 21st?
Yes, the 21st is good.
All right, awesome. And so I'll see you at 10 o'clock on Zoom, Mr. Pope, long as you do what you're supposed to do.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go get you some rest.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right, did Mr. Brown join us in the courtroom? Not yet?
No, not physically, no.
All right, very good. Who do we have up next?
Your Honor, I have a promotion for phase 3 going into phase 4.
Okay. Who do you have?
I'm sorry, that's for Miss Toya Milton.
Okay. Did Ms. Milton come and make her payment?
Yes.
She did. Wonderful. All right. Let's do it. You're not driving, are you, Miss Milton?
No, ma'am, absolutely
Okay.
not.
All right. Wonderful. I want to make sure we good. All right. I have case number Z8081261, case number SP122717181, case number Z800982. Miss Milton, state your full name for me.
Toya Milton.
All right, Miss Milton, how are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm well. How about you?
I am doing well. You are recommended for promotion on today. How do you feel about that?
Elated.
Are you? You
Yes,
ready?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I am.
All right, very good. How's that baby doing?
Baby's doing good. Back in school. Did some trunk or treat stuff over the weekend, but he's doing good though.
Very good. I love it. I love it. All right, Mr. Yancey, tell us why you are recommending Ms. Milton for promotion to phase 4.
Yes, Your Honor. So I've had bi-weekly communication with Miss Milton. She continues to screen. She's had more than 45 more than 45 days of consecutive negative screens. She's engaged with her recovery services. So this has been a really good stretch with her as far as the last two to 3 months, Your Honor, and she did make a sizable payment where her balance is down to, I believe, approximately $600 from where it was, Your Honor.
Okay.
So
All
she's
right.
she's complied with all the conditions of her current phase at this time.
Awesome. Very good. No objection from the team as to the promotion of Ms. Milton. Is that correct?
No objections, Judge. Congratulations on the promotion. Thank you.
No objection, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, she did finish community service also.
Thank you, Mr.
I was just trying to get that in. I'm sorry.
You're good. All right. I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in celebrating Toya Milton on her promotion to phase 4. Do it, Miss Milton. Yes, ma'am. So proud of you. Listen,
Thank you. Thank you.
this is not the phase to cut corners, to look for shortcuts, to try to get by with anything, because the sanctions look a lot different in phase 4 than they did in phase 2 and in phase 1. So you want to continue to work hard. You want to continue to reach out if you're having issues. That doesn't mean you're perfect because you go to phase 4, but you let us know that you're having issues so that we can realign you and help you to get and stay on track. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Awesome. I can count on you to do that, Miss Milton.
Yes, you can.
Awesome. Very good. I am going to give you a face-to-face date of, let's see, it would be on the 13th of November,
Okay.
2023 at 1:30. And then I will see you on November 27th, 2023. And that is going to be at 8:45. No, not the 20th. Wait, what did I go with? The 21st. I'm sorry. I had to go with the 21st, 2023. And I will see you at 8:45 a.m. Okay? On Zoom, you hear something different.
Already November 13th, face to face, November 21st, 8:45 a.m. Zoom.
There you go.
All right, I got it. Got it
Thank you,
noted.
Ms. Milton. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You have a great day.
You do the same. Be safe. All right. Has Mr. Brown joined us in the courtroom?
Yes, he has, Judge.
All right. Come on, Kevin Brown. We are ready for you. I have case number Z8082201. When you get to that podium, state your full name, Mr. Brown.
Kevin Brown.
Good morning. How are you?
Monday.
You doing good?
Yes.
All right. Very good. Why are you in the courtroom? Did you just come down because you wanted to come down?
Oh, I came down here to test.
Okay. So you're testing at the courthouse?
Yes.
All right. Awesome. Very good. Mr. Brown, you've been working your program, doing all the things you're supposed to do?
Yes, I have.
All right. Very good. Tell me something that you've added or deleted from your life, added to your life or deleted from your life that you think has made you better. Can't think of anything?
Not right now.
You're not doing anything different in your life, Mr. Brown?
Just working.
You've added work to your life. Okay. And how has that made you better?
Make me better. I'm saving money. Some money.
That's made you. Can you speak into that mic so I can hear you?
Say ourselves, making some money, getting some money that's making my life better.
I still didn't understand what you said. One more time.
I said I was been working, just working, getting my money and saving my money.
All right. So having a job, steady employment has made you better because now you can work and you can save your money, right?
Yes.
All right. That's very good. Very good. Want to continue to look for positive things to add to your life, right? And things that are not so positive, we need to find another place for them, right? All right. Very good. Do you have any questions or concerns that you want to raise with the court this morning? All right, Mr. Yancey, I don't know if it's me or if Mr. Brown over there whispering.
He's a little quiet, Your Honor, but I have talked to him. I've had basically weekly contact with him, Your Honor. Your Honor, I did want to promote him to Phase 5 this morning, Your Honor. I can give you some reasons why I'd like to do that. One of the reasons is, you know, one of the things he was talking about was work, and that was one of his goals. He was temporarily out of work, so we rectified that pretty quickly. He's engaged in his recovery services with Miss Gail at Detroit Recovery Project. He's been working diligently and trying to accomplish his goals. He's doing pretty good with that. He's had more than 60 days of negative sobriety screenings, Your Honor. He's really been doing well, making payments. So he only has a couple of more things to really get done once he gets in the final stage, but he has complied with all of the Phase 4 conditions, Your Honor.
All right, awesome. That's awesome. Mr. Reed, Mr. Ficus, our team members, any objection?
No objection, Judge. Congratulations, sir, on the promotion. And there's nothing wrong with being a quiet man. Sometimes I'm quiet. Thank you, sir.
Well, I've not experienced that, sir, but I.
As to Mr. Reed, we have not experienced that.
Right, but in your case, sir, that's okay to be quiet. But congratulations, you've worked hard at it. Keep up the great work.
All right, awesome. I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in celebrating Mr. Brown, not Mr. Brown, yeah, Mr. Brown, on his promotion to Phase 5. Congratulations, Mr. Brown. Congratulations to you. You are on your way. Listen, sir, last phase, not the phase to get relaxed or complacent or not work hard. You've got to work hard all the way until you're finished, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
I can count on you to do that.
Yes, you can.
All right, awesome. Listen, Miss Mack, we've got to go back and reschedule Mr. Patricola because I scheduled him on the 27th of November.
Yep, him and Murray, Judge. That's why I raised my hand. Yep.
I'm sorry, say that again.
You put him and Mr. Murray. You put him and Mr. Murray on the 27th, Judge.
Yes.
Right. So I need to move them because if that date is not available. So, Mr. Griffin, those are phase 5.
Yeah, phase 5. We're doing face-to-faces on the 20th, so whatever
Right.
date.
I'm going to move them to December 4th.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right. So I'll give Mr. Brown the same date. Let's see, somebody else I need to move. I will give Mr. Brown the same dates. He will have a face-to-face on November 20th, 2023. And then I will see him on December 4th, 2023. And that's going to be at 8:45 a.m. Did you get that, Mr. Brown?
Yes, I did, Jerome.
All right, awesome. Congratulations to you, sir. Very proud of you. You remember you didn't even want to work this program when you was in phase 1. Now look at you. He said, I still don't want to work it. But you working it and you all the way in phase 5, sir. You all the way in phase 5. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Jerome.
He didn't want to work in phase 1, 2, or 3, Your Honor.
Nancy busting you out, Mr. Brown.
Yeah, but we've been pushing him, Your Honor. We've been pushing him, and I think he's feeling the benefits of our program.
I hope so. I hope so. We are here to help. Really, we are. We are. And you can do it, Mr. Brown. You have proven to yourself that you can do it. So the next time you have to take on a big challenge in life that you don't really want to do, you can remember from this program that, hey, I'm capable of still doing it. I may not want to, I may not feel like it, but I know I have the ability to do it because you've worked this program and you've done a good job. You really have done a good job. So hang in there. You're almost done, okay?
All right.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, thank you. All
right. Let's go to Mr. Paredes. I'm ready on Mr. Paredes. I have case number Z8086581. Mr. Paredes, unmute and state your full name for me.
Shannon Paredes.
Good morning, sir. How are you this morning?
I'm okay.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm a little tired, but I'm okay.
Why are you tired this morning?
I got up early because Mr. Yancey told me to call him early, so I had to call him.
All right. You had to check in this morning. All right, Mr. Paredes, things are going well with you?
Yeah. I actually about to start the I can't never remember the name of it, but it's something through the court. I can't remember what
it's CEO, Your Honor, the employment.
Get an employment through CEO.
Yeah. I start that tomorrow. Yeah, I am actually, because it ain't been. It's usually easy for me to get a job, but it hasn't been lately. So I'm just appreciative for that fact.
Excuse me, Judge. I apologize. They doing the fire alarm. We gotta probably evacuate. I'll keep you updated.
Everybody stay on. Case managers, take your phones. I'm not holding up everybody today. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fike has sat on here for 50 hours last week. Take your phones, get back on when you get to your spot, and let's do your folks. Get out the building, though, Yancey. Are you in the building, Yancey?
I am, and Mr. Paredes, he's doing really great, but I'll take my phone.
We're gonna get Mr. Paredes, his date.
Paredes.
Yeah, Paredes.
I'm sorry.
Yes, he messed me up. I was doing good.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Yancey, get out of there. I'll give the date. I'll make sure that Miss Matt gets
out there today.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, get out that building right now. Mr. Griffin, get out that building. I'm gonna fuss at them when that alarm goes off. I mean it. Listen. All right. So, Mr. Paredes, you are in. Mr. Paredes. I'm not gonna change your name today. You are in phase. What phase are you in?
2.
You are in phase 2, and you are doing well. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to schedule you to return for a face-to-face. You'll do a face-to-face on November 13th will be your face-to-face. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikes, if y'all can help me out by writing down those dates as well. November 13th at 1:30. And then your next court date is going to be November 21st, 2023. And that's going to be at, do you want to keep the 8:45 a.m.?
Yes, that's fine.
All right, awesome. 8:45 a.m. on the 21st.
Okay, I wrote it down this time. And last time I didn't write it down. I
You didn't write it down.
Confused. I was confused. I had to call Mr. Yancey, like, okay, what days I have to do this stuff? Because I don't know. But I'm writing it down this time. That way I don't get confused.
You're in compliance and you're good. Mr. Paredes, Mr. Yancey, get out that building.
It was a test.
It's a test.
All right, y'all about to make me go on the ziggity boom over here.
May I have your attention? Well, they making us go crazy too here, Judge, but they just letting us know it's a test, so we're okay to say.
All right. Mr. Paredes,
yes.
Do you know where your assignment is with CEO on tomorrow? Are you reporting to a job?
It's supposed to be somewhere downtown. I don't know exactly. She sent me the information, but I can't see it right now.
All right. And so, Mr. Paredes, listen, I know that you have the ability to get a job. I want to do something different with this one. I want to see you keep it and maintain it. Can we work on that as a goal?
Yes, definitely.
Right. I want you to maintain it. Mr. Yancey, let's put that down as one of his goals, okay?
Yes. Yes.
All right. I want to see you maintain it. I also there's another thing I want to see you do. I do want to see you work on your skill or utilize your skill of cooking. I heard you like to cook. Is that right?
Yes, I definitely do.
All right. I want you to do some of that, to enjoy yourself, to relax, to bring, because if you love cooking, that means it brings a smile to your face, right?
Definitely.
All right. So I want to see you do that. All right.
Okay.
All right. Awesome. You are all in good shape. I've given him his dates, Mr. Yancey and Ms. Mack. He's got a face-to-face on November 13th.
May I have your attention, please?
At 1:30. And then he has his hearing with me on November 21st at 8:45 a.m. You are all set, Mr. Paredes. You may leave.
Thank you.
Enjoy your week.
You have a good day.
All right. I'm trying. All right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right.
Bye-bye. All right. I am going to go to Mr. Jerry. Yes, ma'am.
I apologize. I wasn't able to get those dates because they were talking on the speaker as you were giving the dates. Can you give those to me again, please?
Yes, ma'am. For Mr. Paredes, I have a face-to-face on November 13th at 1:30, and then a hearing on November 21st at 8:45 a.m.
Okay, thank you. I got it.
All right, wonderful. Let's go to Mr. Gerald Paul. Good morning, Mr. Paul.
Good morning, Judge.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. For Monday morning, I'm doing really well, sir. All right, let's do it. I have case number Z808-5081. State your full name for me, Mr. Paul.
Gerald Paul.
All right. So, Mr. Paul, are you back on track?
Oh, yes.
Okay. What does that mean to you that you're back on track? Tell me what's going on with you.
I started going to see my therapist twice a week. Starting to read my AA book a lot more, and just staying focused on the task that I have at hand.
All right. Very good. How are you doing with that alcohol tether?
Oh, it's doing good. Yes.
All right. And what are you doing to combat the to combat the urges, Mr. Paul?
One thing I do is I don't put myself in position to have an issue with it. I don't go around anyone that drinks. I just stay away. And then I started, like I said, reading my book a lot more.
All right, very good. And so then, Mr. Paul, during the day, what are you doing career-wise or work-wise? What does that look like?
Right now I'm self-employed. A lot of work come through, come to me. I've been I actually I'm trying to get through this program so I can get my license back because my license won't nobody hire me because of my driver record is not um sufficient on the type of work that I do.
Okay. Have you ever considered doing some different type of work that doesn't
Well,
require a license until you do get your license?
it's kind of forcing me to. I have I have so much invested in my career that it's almost like turning back the hands of time. I got probably about $100,000 worth of tools that I just can't walk away from. That it's kind of
Well,
hard for me to.
you need a driver's license to use those tools?
Yeah, because I'm a mechanic and I have to test drive cars. I have to see what's going on with the car a lot of times as far as drivability, diagnosing and things like that.
Mr. Fikens, have you all ever looked at his record to see what's holding him up from getting his license? I know he's hit a couple of bumps in programming, but as far from the Secretary of State's perspective, because they're the only ones that can give the license, not me.
Yes, Judge. I know we've looked at it before. I can't recall exactly what the entanglements are. I can certainly, if I can be sent an SOS, I can see what we can do. If it's a question about us getting a license, we can move in that direction, but I'd have to look at the SOS first.
Okay. If you could do that, Ms. Mack, if you could facilitate that happening with Mr. Fikens, that would be great. And then Mr. Fikens, you can go in a breakout room when I'm finished with Mr. Paul and update him as to what he needs to do in order to get on track to get that license. Okay. All right.
Yes, Shannon.
All right, Mr. Paul, I know that I've been asking what have you added or deleted, and I heard you say you've added some increased therapy, and is that working for you? Do you find that to be helpful to you?
Oh yes, very much so. I don't, I don't have any urges or any things that come in mind to have me fall again. I don't, like I say, I don't put myself in that position.
Okay. All right. Very good. How are your parents doing?
They doing okay. Yeah, they doing great. Thank you.
All right. I really need you to fight hard. I know that your parents are important to you, Mr. Paul, being able to assist them. But you know that in order to assist them, you've got to be in good shape. You've got to take care of yourself first. Am I correct?
Oh yes, you're very correct.
All right. So do I have your commitment to
Yeah.
take care of yourself and do the things you need to do so that you can be in great shape to help your parents?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Miss Cleveland, is Mr. Paul in compliance?
Yes, Your Honor, and he's doing well. Your Honor, we had discussed in staffing regarding his heat participation and some of his upcoming event. The only thing I would like to also report is I've heard him talk about his restricted license or his potential for getting a license, and I do have a message out to the court liaison with Secretary of State to try to figure out what he has to do. So I'm just waiting for them to get back to me regarding what his process would be. Also, Your Honor, he has to either engage with a budget plan for his payment on his fines and costs, or he's going to have to do some more community service because I know he's in process or in progress with community service, but I can't recommend him for any additional phase promotions until he at least makes one payment, which he has not done since he's been in the program.
Yeah, Mr. Paul, you've got to make a payment. You've got to make that sacrifice to get it done. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. And Judge, I'm sorry to interrupt, but his license is revoked. He does have to come through us, as Ms. Cleveland said, and it's a question of money.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I can't even recommend you for the restricted license until all of your fines and costs are paid with us, because there's going to Secretary of State they assess a fee for having that restricted license. And so if you can't pay your fines and costs for us, then it doesn't make sense to refer you for that restricted license, because you won't be able to afford that either. And so you've got some soul searching to do. That's why I'm saying you may want to consider doing something else in the meantime until you get your license. Because even when you get your license, you won't be able to drive a car that does not have an interlock in it. So you won't be able to test drive cars because it has to have the interlock in it. Okay, Mr. Paul? Uh-oh. He might be frozen, Miss Cleveland.
It looks like he's frozen. Oh, there he is.
Yes. Hello?
All right. Yes. Did you hear me?
I didn't hear you fully.
All right. So Mr. Vikens has indicated that you need the restricted license. In order to get the restricted license, the Secretary of State is going to charge you a monthly amount to have that restricted license. I can't recommend you for the restricted license until you have paid your fines and costs with us. Because if you can't pay your fines and costs over here, you're not going to be able to pay your fines and costs and the Secretary of State, right?
Okay.
So you've got some decisions to make. That is why I recommended, or I mentioned earlier, you may consider doing something else, because in the meantime, until your license gets on track, because even when you get the restricted license, you're not going to be able to test drive cars that don't have an interlock in it. It's going to be required for you to be behind the wheel of a car. You will have to blow into an interlock until the Secretary of State says we're satisfied.
Okay.
So I recommend, you've got financial obligations, and I understand you don't want to walk away from your equipment, and you shouldn't. But I do think in the meantime, you have to find something to do to sustain yourself, and keep your mind busy, keep your mind working. And that may help with some of the other issues that we've had, in the past. Let's get up and do something. And I know you're going to your treatment now and things of that nature, but think about, in order to get that license, there's some sacrifices you're going to have to make. Okay.
Okay.
You might have to take a step back, but taking a step back sometimes positions us to forge ahead 50 steps. Okay. But
okay.
You might have to, because of the predicament you put yourself in. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So give that some thought. Miss Cleveland, you may want to talk to him about getting with CEO to see what they have, because he needs something in the meantime to even position himself to be able to, get that restricted license. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll talk to him.
All right. Very good. Mr. Paul, do you have any questions for me?
No, ma'am.
All right. If not, you are in phase 2. I'm going to give you a face-to-face date with Miss Cleveland on November 13th at 1:30 p.m. And then your next court date will be November 21st, and that will be at 8:45 a.m. Did you get that?
Yes.
All right, awesome. Good to see you today. Enjoy the rest of your week. We are here if you need us, okay?
Okay.
All right, wonderful. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, for the 8:45 docket, I still have Eric Purefoy. Ms. Cleveland, have we gotten an update as to whether or not he was released from the jail? Because he was supposed to report to this court in person.
Your Honor, I just checked the Macomb County jail list and he's still over there being held.
So he's still waiting to get his tether.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nothing I can do about that. So what I'm going to do is I will put him on. Let's try again for tomorrow, Ms. Cleveland. So 220-603-3001 for Eric Purefoy. I'm going to adjourn that to October 31st, 2023, and I'll put him on for 8:35. No, yeah, for 8:35 a.m. and let's see what's going on with him then. And then my last matter for 8:45 a.m. is Billy Anderson, Z808-8851. Where's Mr. Anderson?
Your Honor, I know he's in the building. Oh, he's in the courtroom.
All right. Come on, Mr. Anderson. Get to the podium and state your full name for me.
Hold on, we got an alarm. We're checking on it. I know. He said Billy Anderson. Let's keep it going until we hear something different, Judge. Go ahead with your document.
All right. Awesome. Mr. Anderson, state your full name for me. I can't hear you.
Billy Frank Anderson Jr.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Anderson. How are you this morning?
Oh, pretty good.
You pretty good? Well, listen, Mr. Anderson, I heard some good things about you. I heard that you are 45 days sober. Is that correct?
Yes.
Maybe a little bit more? According to our records, you're a little bit more. How many days sober are you?
Ever since I got the ticket.
Oh, no, not since you got the ticket, sir. You've had positive screen since you've been with me. But
no alcohol.
Here's my point, that you're not drinking, and that's true.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And you are making all of your appointments. Is that correct?
Yes.
I am very, very proud.
May I have your attention? May I have your attention, please? This is security. This is a false alarm. I repeat, this is a false alarm.
Okay.
All right. Y'all hang tight. All right. So, Mr. Anderson, I am very proud of you because I know that there's a lot of stuff that you have to do and places you have to be to work this program, but you are doing it. And for that, I want everybody in the courtroom to join me in giving Billy Anderson Jr. a judicial applause. Very good, Mr. Anderson. You are doing a wonderful job. You almost smiling, Mr. Anderson. You almost smiling. I saw you. You almost smiled. Almost. All right, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Listen, you are doing a great job, Mr. Anderson. How are you feeling about everything?
Feeling good.
You feeling good about it?
Yes.
All right. And so when you go to your sessions, are you being open and honest with your provider so that they can give you the help that you need?
Yes.
All right. Very good. Have you noticed anything different about yourself?
More money I've been saving.
I can't hear you.
I've been saving my drinking money.
You've been saving, one more time?
The money I was spent on drinking, I paid my tether.
The money you don't spend on drinking, you can use it for something else, right?
Tether I have on.
For the, is he saying the alcohol tether?
For the tether, he's using it for the tether. Mm-hmm.
All right. So can y'all put it all together and tell me what he said? I couldn't hear.
So he said, Your Honor, he said that he's saving his money that he used to use for drinking, and it's helping to pay for his tether.
I got it. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right, Mr. Anderson. And so I want you to continue to work your program. Continue to work it. You deserve it. You owe that to yourself. And most importantly, you're worth it. So do I have your commitment to continue to work the program?
Yes.
All right. Awesome. All right, Mr. Yancey. tell me how is Mr. Anderson in compliance?
Yes, Your Honor. He's in compliance. He's in the first phase. Like I said, he's since he's been with me, he's had all good screenings, no missed screenings, nothing positive. He's already set up with his treatment sessions. So, and we've had weekly contact. So he is still in compliance, Your Honor.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm very proud of you. I am extremely proud of you. All right. Mr. Anderson, do you have any questions for the team?
When I get ready to tell
When can he get
When I get ready to tell
Mr. Yancey will have to make that recommendation. Mr. Yancey, where are you? How long has he been on the tether?
Your Honor, I know he has been on the tether at least since September 12th, and I believe you had him on it before then. So, it sounds like he's been on at least 60 days. So he might be ready. Since when?
The last week of July.
July. Wow.
Yeah, but that was before. I think some of it was before me. And so
Yes.
this is what I'll do. Mr. Anderson, do you believe that you're ready to come off of the tether?
Yes.
All right. Do I have your word that you will go and test a minimum of 2 times per week random?
Yes.
Do I have your commitment that you will call every day? Because I may throw in an extra test here or there, that you will call to check to see if you have to drop every single day.
Yes.
All right. Then if I have your commitment to do that and there's no objection from the team to removal of the alcohol tether, then I'm going to have it removed, okay?
Yes.
Let's try it. Now, you know we're getting ready to go into the holidays. I need you to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do. All right, Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
All right, I can count on you, right?
Yes, you can.
All right, awesome. Mr. Yancey, make the arrangements for it to be removed. And then what phase is Mr. Anderson in?
Your Honor, I will do that. And he's still in the first phase, Your Honor.
All right, very good. And so what I would like to do is Mr. Anderson is going to see you for a face-to-face on November 6th, 2023 at 1:30 p.m. And then Mr. Anderson will see me on, let's see, is November 13th a good day? I don't have the right calendar today. It is.
No.
Give me 1 second, you all. What's on the 13th of November, Miss Matt?
I have it marked off for you.
For light?
That's a possibility, yes.
Okay. All right. And so I'm going to go ahead and put Mr. Anderson on, but I'm going to put him on for 10 o'clock a.m. Okay. On November 13th, 2023, I'll put you on for 10 o'clock a.m. Okay. You get that, Mr. Anderson?
Yes, but I won't remember. Can I get it wrote down?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I'll write it
sir.
down for you.
Miss Matt's got you. Okay. All right. And
Thank
then wait to get, you're very welcome. Wait to get instructions from Mr. Yancey for the removal of that alcohol tether today. Okay. So give Ms. Yancey a second to coordinate that. Okay.
Miss Anderson, I'll come down there in about 10 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you. You can have a seat. All right.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Let's see. We have an intake, Kenneth Mitchell. And he's been in the breakout room. Is that correct? Is he ready to be admitted or to be processed?
Yes, Judge, I did talk.
I'm sorry.
I did talk to Mr. Mitchell, Judge, about the intake, and we went over the court's order. I'm ready to present if Ms. Cleveland is ready.
I'm ready, Your Honor.
Is Mr. Mitchell in the courtroom?
Yes.
Yes, he is, Your Honor.
All right, let's do it. I have case number Z8084461, and Ms. Mack, if you could check to see if he has anything else standing at 36th District Court, that would be great. And then Mr. Mitchell, when you approach the podium, state your full name for me.
Shannon Carlos Mitchell.
Good morning, Mr. Mitchell. How are you this morning?
Oh, I'm good.
That's good. Thank you for coming bright and early in the morning. Are you ready to do this program?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right. Why do you want to come to our specialty court?
Pardon me?
I said, why do you want to come to specialty court? Why do you want to do specialty court? Why do you want to be a part of the program?
I need a little help. Well, I need a little help.
You need some help?
Yes.
All right. Very good. And are you willing to accept the kind of help that we're going to give you?
No problem. I'm planning on completing the program.
All right, awesome. And you understand that you have an issue with substance, and you need someone to help, or you need a program to help you to overcome that challenge. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, very good. Then you are in the right place, sir. And I'm very, very glad that you are here. You have had an opportunity to speak with the attorney, Mr. Reed. Are you satisfied that he answered all of your questions?
Yes, I am.
All right. And he went over some of the expectations of the court. Is that correct?
Yes, he did.
All right. Did you have any questions about anything Mr. Reed may have shared?
I don't have any questions.
All right. You also had the opportunity to talk with Ms. Cleveland, the case manager. Are you satisfied that Ms. Cleveland answered all of your questions?
Yes, she did.
All right. And do you have any additional questions about anything Ms. Cleveland may have told you?
No, I haven't.
All right. Very good. Then, Ms. Cleveland, I am ready for you to present Mr. Mitchell for admission.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to present Mr. Kenneth Carlos Mitchell for entry into our specialty court program, Your Honor. He was referred on October 23rd, 2023 by Judge Wagner. His charge is a reduced charge to OWI, Your Honor. And he is 71 years of age, an African-American male. He has graduated from high school at Northeastern. I didn't get the date, but I don't know if he wants to share the date of his graduation or not. I'm not sure. Your Honor, he is retired from the Department of Transportation in Detroit. He does have children, Your Honor, and they are all adults. So there is not an issue with custody status, Your Honor. He does want to participate in our program. He does admit to the conditions that have brought him before you today. According to the lien, Your Honor, he has no convictions for violent offenses. And I do believe that his license is restricted at this time, or I'm sorry, suspended at this time. I apologize. He has not participated in a specialty court program in the past 10 years. I will share with the team what his substances of use are, Your Honor. And he tested today, but I have not gotten the results back, and that's probably because of some of the interruptions we have.
All right. And we want to make sure that he doesn't leave today until we get his test results back.
Yes, Your Honor, and he is eligible for our program. And I would like to say I look very much forward to working with him because he is a pleasant man, and you know, he has been very cooperative and is very interested in completing our program.
Awesome. Wonderful. All right. Mr. Reed, what do you want to tell me about Mr. Mitchell?
Yes, Judge, thank you. First of all, Mr. Mitchell is eligible to participate in our program pursuant to Michigan law. I wanted to get that out. I did bond with Mr. Mitchell. Mr. Mitchell's a retired bus driver. My father was a bus driver, a streetcar driver for the city of Detroit for 30 years. So we have something in common. Mr. Mitchell's a nice guy, Judge, respectful and courteous. He wants to participate in our program. We did go over the court's order. We talked about testing, counseling, community service, paying some fines and costs. He understands no alcohol, no narcotics. He also understands that he cannot leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. He understands that the court has the ability to amend the court's order. He will get a copy of the court's order in writing. He understands that, Judge. He has no felonies on his record. He was polite and courteous. I'm recommending his participation in the program. He understands that we only want to hurt him. We don't want to. We don't want to hurt him. Help him. We only want to help him, Judge. We don't want to hurt him. Let me correct that for the record.
Can you correct that one more time?
We don't only want to help him. We don't want to hurt him, Judge. Judge, I want to give a copy of his SOS because he said his license was suspended, and I don't think it should be suspended. I think it should be restricted. Again, we don't want to hurt him, Judge. That was a misstatement. I had to say it 3 times. I'm recommending his participation in the program. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to be the quiet man now, Judge. Thank you.
Too late, sir. Too late.
Okay.
All right. You have gotten us. We woke now, Mr. Reed, on a Monday morning. You got us going now. We are listening. We are listening. All right. Very good. Mr. Mitchell, you heard what Mr. Reed, Attorney Reed, as well as your case manager, Ms. Cleveland, has stated about you on the record. Is there anything additional that you'd like me to know about you?
Oh, no, I'm good.
You good? All right. Then we look forward to working with you. I'm glad that you're eligible for the program. You are going to be surrounded by a wonderful group of professionals. We are all here to help you to succeed. Right. The only way you won't succeed is if you make a choice not to. We don't expect you to be perfect in this program, but what we do expect you to do is make progress. We expect you to be honest with us. The only way we can help you is if you are honest with us. And if you're not honest, that means you keep us from doing our job, and we do not like that at all. And I won't respond kindly to it, right? So we want you to be honest with us. Let us deal with it. Make us do our jobs. Be honest and make us do our jobs. And so I want to make sure you understand that, from day one. In addition, I expect you to show up. Right now, you've got to show up for your testing, which is going to be random. Miss Cleveland, did you get my text? And because I need to determine how often he's going to test. But when she gives me that information, you're going to show up for your testing. Make sure, and it's going to be 2 times per week, random. I want you to call every single day, though, because I may add some additional tests in there. So call every day. Notice that I did not say text. I said call, because there are some facilities that will say we'll text you, but that is not an approved method recognized by this court. I want people to call every single day so they can record your number, the telephone number you've called from, so that we can have checks and balances in place. So call every day. And if your color drops, get up. I suggest you go early in the morning because things can change throughout the day. They may close early because they have staffing shortages, or for any reason, they might have a fire that close them down for the rest of the day. So you want to get up and go early in the morning. If you want to work this program, Mr. Mitchell, when you have indicated that you need the help, then I want you to work the program, and I'm accepting you into the program. Welcome. And we are here to help you. Did you have any questions for me this morning?
No, I'm good. I'm good, Your Honor.
All right. Listen, you are going to see Miss Cleveland. You're in phase 1. So you are going to see Miss Cleveland on Monday, November 6th. Right, no, Monday, November 6th, 2023. And that will be at 1:30. You will then meet with me. I'm gonna get this right, Miss Mack. If not, scream at me. Let me see. If she's doing the 6th. Then let me see. It's the 13th. Is the 13th a good day for me?
No, ma'am. I mean, I have it marked off, but I think you might be able to just, it's scheduling like that day.
Got it. Got it. All right. So then I will schedule him for November 13th because he's my phase 1. I'll schedule you for November 13th, 2023. And that appointment will be at 8. Wait, let me make sure I'm doing this right. 1 second. I gotta check like 100 things, right?
I think the last one you gave was at 10 a.m. Judge.
And I'm gonna schedule him at 10 a.m. as well. Thank you so much. That's what I wanted to make sure of. All right, so 10 o'clock a.m. Okay. Did you get that, Mr. Mitchell?
Yeah.
And Ms. Mack will write it down for you as well. All right, it's a pleasure to meet you. I won't be able to let you leave until I get your test results. So you can have a seat in the audience. I don't know, Miss Cleveland may have some additional things that she needs to do with you. Miss Cleveland, once his results come in and everything's good, he is free to leave. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. And I am going to come down there and see him if he doesn't mind sitting just for a moment.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. Wait for Miss Cleveland. Have a seat and wait for Miss Cleveland. All right. Very good. All right. I am ready on my 9:30 matter, and that's for Karina Coleman. Did we contact the case manager on Miss Coleman?
No, but I can't.
All right, please, when she can stay seated, because I need to hear from them. Has the 9:35 a.m. person joined us? 9:35. Al Saddam.
I did not see him.
All right, we'll give it a little more time, and then we're on target for our 10 o'clock docket. This spread was good today.
Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
I just want to let the court know, we had a gentleman, Jeffrey Rodriguez, who was referred by Judge Nance Adams for drug treatment court. He refused. He did not want to join our program. I went to Judge Nance Adams this morning. That's why I was off camera a bit of time, just to make the transfer back to her so that she knew what was going on. And that helped a lot. She understood what was happening, and she is now bringing in the assistant prosecutor and referring him to her house counsel.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Mr. Feige. And that was because of his unwillingness to go. Is that correct?
Yes, and I'd just like to say it was a good way to do it. It was Mr. Griffin's idea. I thought it was a good idea to go, and then Judge Nance Adams knows why he was there, because she didn't know why when, it was just good to have someone there.
As long as and I think that is a good method when people are refusing, when they are refusing. So go back to that judge. I think that's great. Let them know, so that way they don't come and ask me why you didn't take my person. I don't know anything about the person, because we know that all admissions refusals I have to give the final word, but it's not that we're refusing or saying he's not eligible. He's refusing to come. And so I'm good with that. Thank you very much. And we might see him back again. We don't know, but it was on him as to what was that person's name. Do you know?
Jeffrey Rodriguez.
Jeffrey Rodriguez. All right. And then that way nobody falls through the cracks. Thank you so much.
Yep, Judge, and you had him test him once a week until he got back to Judge Adams, and the tests were negative. So I was still monitoring him drug testing.
Thank you, Mr. Griffin. I appreciate that. All right. Very good. Then I am going to go off for a few moments while we get ready for our 10 o'clocks. I got a few minutes and I need them. All right. Thank you all. All right, I'm ready on the 10 o'clock docket. I'm going to start with Andre Jones, case number 213-0190. Good morning, Mr. Jones.
Good morning.
State your full name for me.
Andre Jones.
All right, Mr. Jones, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
You
No
are?
complaint. Yeah.
Tell me what's going pretty good.
Just work. I'm actually off right now. I needed it for the next 3 days. I'll be transferring my breathalyzer to a different car. My current car is slowly going down, but I'm glad I'm able to do an easy transition with no problem. So it is what it is.
All right, you said slowly going down, right?
Yeah, every time I drive for 15 minutes and all the antifreeze gone and start overheating, so it's about time to switch it on over.
Okay. All right. Well, at least you have the ability to do it, sir. You have the means to do it.
Exactly.
So that's wonderful. All right. All right. Any issues with working your program?
No, not at all.
None? All right. Tell me something that you've added or deleted from your life and that it's working well for you. You think you're better off.
My current car.
You're ready to delete that one. And that,
it's going out the window. But other than working and being able to just hit a downfall but able to bounce back quickly, that's been a new thing for me in the past 2 years. So that means a lot. You gonna always have trouble. But there was a time where I have a trouble in my life and I got to sit down for 2 years to bounce back.
Yeah.
But so I'm grateful that I'm able to recover more faster.
Now, Mr. Jones, you've never sat down and since you've been in this program, you've been working, you've been going to school, you've been doing your program. So I hope you don't consider this program a sit down for you because you've done everything but sat down, sir.
No,
I could have definitely shaken.
I could have definitely been sitting somewhere else for 90 days. So it's definitely better to do this.
I wasn't gonna say it. I was not gonna say it. I let you say it. I wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you decided to work the program and you've been working really hard. How is school going?
It's going great. Right now I'm on break, but I still get to communicate with the tutoring program.
Your device. Somebody's talking out. Mute your device. Not you, Mr. Jones. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, school is great. I'm on break from classes, but I'm still able to participate in tutoring, and I'm part of the honor society, so I get to sit in with them and see what they talk about and everything. So it's cool.
All right, you still committed to going all the way, right?
Yes, definitely.
I love it. I love it. All right, what questions do you have for us or issues or concerns you want to raise this morning?
As of now, I don't have any questions or concerns. Mr. Griffin is always replying when I do have questions. He's right on it. Yeah, I have no problems.
All right, awesome. Mr. Griffin, Mr. Jones. Listen, Mr. Jones, I thought about you a couple of days. There was somebody near my home selling some watermelons. And, and I said, I'm all watermelon down. I can't even believe it. You had me I was juicing, but I'm all watermelon down. I'm like, I'm gonna wait. And I said earlier this week, if they're there on Sunday, I'm gonna buy one. And they were there on Sunday, and I said, I'm tired to even pull over and get a watermelon.
That's cool. Get you some watermelon. They'll be out of season in a minute. At least you get the last of the real watermelon.
I've been trying to find. I can't find them.
It's a man with a truck, and the people be out there and lined up. So they must be good because it looks like he must sell out every day because he's back and he's just a flatbed truck full of watermelon.
Yeah, they're not really in the grocery stores right now, so you got to hustle.
Yeah, so I might, if I eat another piece of watermelon, I'm just gonna have a whole seed grow out of my face because I do love watermelon, though. I do love.
Me too. Me too.
Yes. All right. Very good. Mr. Griffin, Mr. Jones is in compliance. Anything you want to add?
No, Your Honor, he's in compliance. Like you said, he did communicate with me about the car and everything. So they did send over things. So that was approved. So everything is good.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. If nothing else, asked to Mr. Jones, I want you to keep up the good work, Mr. Jones. You are doing it. What phase is Mr. Jones in?
Phase 4, Your Honor, of 5.
He's in phase 4, so you are almost there. Almost. So keep going. Listen, I am going to give you a face-to-face. That will be on November 20th, 2023. And that will be at 1:30 with Mr. Griffin. And then I am going to give you a court date of December. Yes, it sounds weird even saying that. December 4th, 2023. And would you like to keep the 10 o'clock appointment slot?
Yeah, mornings, I got a big gap. So yeah, that's cool.
All right. So let's keep you on at 10 o'clock. All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. You're very welcome. Take good care of yourself, Mr. Jones. Be safe.
I will.
There's going to be a holiday that passes between before I see you again. Know that we're here if you need us. And I expect everybody, case managers, to have an emergency response plan, just in case you get in a tight situation or deal with some tight people.
Yeah.
You know, that you have a plan. This is what I'm going to do if this happens. Okay.
Okay. I appreciate it.
All right, sir. Enjoy your week.
You too. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. Let's go to Angelica Rios. I have case number 200-445-1801. Miss Rios, state your full name for me.
Angelica Rios.
All right. Good morning, Miss Rios. How are you this morning?
Morning. I'm good.
That's
How are you?
good. I'm doing very well, Miss Rios. I'm doing very well. Listen, I had some conversation with Mr. Griffin, and he's going to talk to you about exploring some career opportunities, right?
Okay.
All right. Will you have that conversation with him and look at some things? You're young, Miss Rios. You got a whole lot of life ahead of you. And I want it to be productive.
I hope so.
Yes. Oh, yes, you do, ma'am. You got to say that out of your own mouth. You have a whole lot of life ahead of you. And while I know that you have had some challenges, we are concerned. I know you're waiting on one thing, but there is some concern that the team, we kind of talked about that because of your age and what your situation was, that there's a high likelihood that's not going to come through. And so I don't want you to put all of your eggs in one basket. And then if it doesn't come through, you've got an empty basket. Okay. I don't want that. I always like to have a plan. Shoots in my life now, I still have a plan A through at least about H. So you've got to have a plan. So if one of my eggs come out the basket and it drops and breaks, I still got some other eggs in the basket. And I'm going to keep it moving, okay?
I do. I really wanted to go back to school.
Okay. Then listen, why aren't you doing that? There's nothing stopping you.
That's why I want to make sure that my health and everything's good, because if I have to take the bus or whatever, I don't want, and I have to do it on my own. I want to make sure that I'm able to do that, like stand at the bus by myself and not get.
Right. But Miss Rios, I don't know if you're frozen. Is she frozen? Are you frozen? Or can you hear me?
Look like she froze up, Judge.
All right. Let's give her a second and see if she'll be able to get back with us.
Oh, come on.
Can you hear us now,
Can you
Miss
hear
Rios?
us? She probably had to log back on, Judge.
All right. No problem. Can you hear us, Miss Rios?
Okay, this is a temporary phone because my phone broke and I'm trying to. Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Oh.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Here's what I want to say. I know that sometimes when we face different challenges in life, whatever they may be, we tend to plan our future on what ifs. I want you to take out the what ifs and plan your future, because what ifs may never happen. They may never happen. They just may never, ever happen. And if you plan your future on well, what if, and I don't know if, and how will I? If you plan your future based on those things, you will never get anywhere in life. You'll find yourself, you'll wake up 10 years from now and be in the same spot. You've got to plan your life, even if. That's how I plan my life. Even if I get sick, and I just went through a health challenge, very similar to yours. Even if I'm getting up, I'm going to work. Even if I'm going to still come and serve the public. Even if I'm just launching a community service project that has been on my plate. And in the midst of a health crisis, I'm launching it. Even if I get sick, it's going to go forward. Even if. And so that's how you really have to look at life. Not what if. What if will keep you paralyzed. I look at life even if. Because I realize I get more done with the even if than I've ever gotten with the what if. That's just my little public service announcement, because that's where I am in my life. I got some challenges going on, and I was resigning to, well, what if, well, maybe if, well, and then I had to catch myself and say, no. Even if. There are things that you've got to get done. There are dreams that you still have that you've got to go for. Even if. Because what if may not ever happen. So let's do it, Ms. Rios. You want to go back to school? Go back to school. I see commercials, Mr. Griffin, all the time. Emergency response is out in front of my home. Just a second. Oh, I don't know. They didn't ring the doorbell. Okay, we'll keep going. This is just Emergency Response Monday. We'll keep going. They haven't rang the doorbell or anything, and nothing's going on in my home. All right. This fire truck in front of my house. Okay. All right. And so, sorry about that, Ms. Rios. Listen, okay. Mr. Griffin, I've been seeing those commercials on television about people working with Detroit at work, I believe it is. And they are giving their testimonials about getting into programs as residents of the city of Detroit, where their tuition has been paid. You know, anytime I hear tuition paid, my ears perk up. So I'm like, because I'm always looking for free tuition for everybody. I think it should be free, period, anyways. And so let's get her connected. Let's get her referred.
Okay, yeah, Judge. That program you're talking about, that's what Unique Brown is in. She's in that training program, and they actually pay you to go to school if you're not employed. They pay you for the training, whatever, but it's free to Detroit residents. So I would definitely give her, it's through Michigan Works or whatever. I'll definitely give you the information. But they do, they pay you for the training or whatever, and the school is free. So it got different, like Ms. Brown, she's going into IT engineering. So it's different programs and stuff. So something definitely worth looking into. So I'll give you that information. Like Judge say, I like that even if, because you never know. So in a sense of waiting for things to happen, just go ahead and continue to make things happen. So it's kind of like, just plant the seeds and, if they grow, they grow, but, you at least got to start. So I like that. Even if that's something I think I'm going to use, even if, because you never know, in a sense of putting stuff on hold. So.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Let's do it. All right. How are the kids doing, Miss Rios?
They're good.
They're doing good. All right.
Getting big.
Getting big. That's good. That's always good. That means it'll be less work for you at some point. Some things will become less involved for you. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Do you have any questions or concerns you want to raise with the team this morning?
No.
Good.
Not
all right.
Now. That was helpful. Like you said.
Wonderful. That's what we're here to do, Mr. Reed. We're here to help, not to hurt. We're here to help. All right. Mr. Reed told somebody this morning, we're here to hurt you.
Yeah, Mr. Reed.
He meant help. But that hurts. So I wanted to make sure he heard that.
Mr. Reed got to get us waking on Monday. So,
Yes, because Mondays are hard. Very good. All right. Miss Rios is in phase 4. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Then I'm going to give her the same date. She will have a face-to-face on November 23rd at 1:30. And then on December 4th, You will have your hearing at 10 o'clock a.m., okay?
Judge, we cannot do November 23rd. That is not the correct date, ma'am.
It's a face-to-face.
It's a face-to-face. Are we
Yeah.
closed on the
Oh,
23rd?
that's Thanksgiving.
That's Thanksgiving.
Okay, I've been giving out 23rd this morning.
No, you've been giving the 21st.
All right.
You gave Andre Jones the 20th, Judge, the 20th and the 4th.
Okay, so let me backtrack. I wrote down the 23rd. My apologies. So it should be the 20th.
Yes.
For Andre Jones and December 4th. And so that will be the same thing for Miss Rios. I wrote down the wrong date. My apologies.
Okay.
So Miss Rios will get November 20th at 1:30, and then she'll have December 4th at 10 o'clock a.m. Okay? All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Nick, for that correction. I appreciate it. All right. You are all set, Miss Rios. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your
Thank
week.
you.
All right. Mr. Griffin, I look forward to hearing back about what happens with Detroit at work.
Okay.
All right. Awesome. All right. Very good. Is John Redding on? Mr. Redding? Whose client is Mr. Redding?
I'll check, Judge.
All right. Did Zin Al Saddam ever check in for pretrial? I'm calling it again.
His attorney is here, Judge.
Good morning, Judge. Edward Martel for Zain Al Sadawi.
All right. Where is Mr. Al Saddam?
Judge, I do apologize. I had normally I do reach out to him for court. I know, of course, this honorable court does send notices in the mail. There was a glitch with my Apple iPhone, and so I did. I was not able to reach out to him this morning as far as his. But Judge, what I'm humbly asking this honorable court to do is allow me time to contact my client before issuing any type of capias or bench warrant, at least to the end of the day, more preferably to the end of the week, Judge. I know that the last time we were here, Judge, the prosecutor or the city attorney was reviewing the video and seeking in consideration for dismissal. That's why we put it over, Judge. And so he has a vested interest in showing up for court.
Mr. Martel, let's do this because I don't have any room on my docket to really start adjourning things. My docket is tight.
Yes, Judge.
Through the end of this year. And so this is what I'd like you to do. Reach out to the prosecutor and see, did they, Ms. Walker, did they have an opportunity to review it and how they want to proceed? Okay. And
thank you, Judge.
I'll from there, but reach out to her and find out what's going on. Okay.
Thank you so much, Judge. Always a pleasure.
I appreciate you. And then do come back. Okay.
Yes, Judge. Yes, Judge.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right. Very good. Who has Mr. Redding?
I do, Your Honor.
He's not on this morning.
No, and I'm trying to reach out to him by telephone. He's not picking up his line. I sent out messages that he had court this morning, so I don't know what's going on, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
All right, let's see if we can find him. If not, prepare a warrant, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Check his testing, check and see if he's been doing his third-party provider visits. Yes, let's do
Your
that.
Honor.
All right, very good. Ms. Taylor, are we ready on Ms. Coleman?
I am, Your Honor.
Good morning to you. Come on, Ms. Coleman, come to the podium. Ms. Taylor, go ahead and place your appearance on the record.
Jasmine Williams, Specialty Court Case Manager.
All right, thank you. Oh, I called you the wrong name. I better correct me. All right, let's do it. I have the following for Ms. Coleman. Is Ms. Coleman in the courtroom still?
Yes, Judge, she's coming to the podium now.
All right, awesome. I have case number SP 1201399, counts 1 and 3. Case number SP 1201399, count 3. SP 1201434, counts 1 and 2. Case number Z 8083371, and case number Z 3903304. 6. Ms. Coleman, state your full name for the record, please.
Karina Coleman.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Coleman.
Good morning.
All right. Ms. Williams, how are we? She's coming back from a jail sanction. And so don't have my notes this morning. Can you tell me what? I don't have my notes. Did you hear me say that, Miss Williams? I don't have. Wait, let me check one thing. Hold on. Wait a minute. Because you know you done checked me, so I don't put my notes in. Oh, wait. It's not her. It's the old. Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Miss Taylor.
So we know that we were here on Ms. Coleman last week. As you stated, she did just return from her 4-day Wayne County jail sanction. So your order was to reflect that from now she is to meet with Ms. Price to, you know, verify services and add SUD services to her treatment plan. She is to test 3 times a week. All of her sessions, whether mental health or SUD, are to be in-person sessions. And then you are to schedule a date for her termination hearing.
All right. Thank you. Ms. Price, did you have any, place your appearance on the record? Good morning, Ms. Price. Place your appearance and let me know if you have anything you want to add.
Good morning, Judge Holmes. I'm Nicole Price, Specialty Court Clinical Assessor. I did speak with Ms. Coleman last week, and I did give her the information to call and set up that appointment with the psychiatrist. So that's my recommendation, that she does that. All the other services we have communicated about, and they are all in place for her.
All right. And Ms. Price, are you able to go down and facilitate, or I don't know if you all are physically there, but facilitate her making that appointment? I'm trying to do everything that I can to help Ms. Coleman to get on track and to address whatever is going on.
I'm not in the office today, Judge, but on last week, I did give her the number while she was sitting outside my office. And she said she called and left a voice message.
All right. Ms. Coleman, can I count on you to follow up with making that appointment?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Very good. Ms. Coleman, did you have any questions or anything you want to share with the court? Do you understand the things that you are required to do and your appointments that you need to go to?
Yes.
All right. Now, Ms. Coleman, if you have questions you need to ask, you're not going to be able to come before me and say, I forgot, I didn't know, I couldn't figure it out, because I'm giving you the opportunity to do that right now.
Oh, fine.
All right. If you think of something, can I count on you to reach out to your case manager?
Yes.
All right. Awesome. Then that works for me. Ms. Coleman, do you want to work this program?
Yes.
All right. Do I still have your commitment to give it your best shot?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Coleman, I hope that you spent some time reflecting on who you have allowed into your life, what habits you have picked up, because you were on a good path. And so did you spend some time thinking about that?
Yes, ma'am. My dad died yesterday. Oh.
I'm sorry, say that again.
My dad died yesterday.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I did not, has your dad been sick?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Ms. Coleman, you know that right now more than ever, you really need to reach out and connect with your services, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not expecting you to walk this on your own or to get over it or snap your finger. You've got to reach out so that you can get the assistance that you need. Can I count on you to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I know that the prosecutor made a recommendation for termination from the program. And Ms. Coleman, you have really put us in a bad situation with respect to your ability to complete the program. But here's what I'd like to do, Ms. Williams. I would like to, let's take it 1 week at a time. I'm not going to go over 30 days to see if she's going to work the program. If within these 30 days, she's not doing what she's supposed to do, then I am going to set the matter for termination. That's the best I can do, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, because she's really put us in a position where if Miss Warfield is researching whether or not we still have the statutory provision about adding the COVID time. And so I'll deal with that on Wednesday with Miss Warfield. But if we don't, she's really put us in a bad situation. And if she continues to not do the things she's supposed to do, then we really can't keep her or help her. And you know, I don't say that often. In the years I've been here, I don't say that often. And I hate it. It goes against everything in me to terminate someone from specialty court. But I have to stay in compliance, and I have to give time. Ms. Coleman has a number of charges, and she reoffended while she was in the program. And so I cannot let her just skate by. She's gonna have to do some time on some of these charges if she does not successfully complete our program. And I've got to leave time for her to do that. Yeah, I have to. All right. So again, Ms. Coleman, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. I am going to give Ms. Coleman a return to court date. Ms. Williams, I'm going to have her just check in on, where am I? On November 1st, 2023. I'll put her on for 8:35. I want to do a check-in to make sure she's doing everything that this court has ordered her to do. And so that's what I'm doing. All right. And it'll be by, no, Ms. Williams, are you recommending that she come in person? Or are you recommending that she can do Zoom?
She can do Zoom for her check-in.
All right, very good. Then it'll be on Zoom, okay? Unless you hear different from Miss Williams, okay?
Yes.
All right, very good. Miss Williams, is there any reason for her to stay at the court? I do want her to test before she leaves, because I just want to make sure we have a clear baseline for her. And so I need you to go test, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Test at the courtroom. All
Your
right.
Honor, if I can just ask, as you know, there has been issues with her testing. So if she is in the event she's unable to go, what do you want to do about that?
I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I need a test from her. Okay. I need a
Okay,
test.
Coleman, the lab closes at 3:30 p.m. So usually that's the latest they like to do testing. So just keep that in mind. It's currently like 10:30. I know you've expressed issues that we were running.
I've
Okay,
been holding it since this morning. Yep, she said she can go now, so.
All right,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Send her.
Sounds good. Let's get her on up there. And you know, I'm gonna see you on Wednesday.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Hang in there, Miss Coleman. You can do it. How do I know? Because I've seen you do it. Okay, you've done it before.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's do it. All right.
Yes.
All right. Take care.
Thank you. All right.
All right. Miss Jasmine, did you have some more people or are you good?
I'm good. I only had her.
All right. Very good. Thank you so much for getting on. I appreciate it. Check your message from me.
Okay.
Judge?
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
After Ms. Coleman test, is she allowed to leave?
Yes, she can leave. Yes, yes. All right, very good. Let's go to, we're still looking for Mr. Redding. Let's go to the 10:30. Miss Mac, are you ready?
Yes, Miss Judge.
All right. All right, very good. I'm going to start with Mayar Abdili, SP 147-13611.
They paid.
All right, then that matter is going to be closed. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
All right, I'm closing that matter. Now I'm going to go to Muhammad Ali. I have case number SP 147-3728. Count 2 was supposed to be paid. Did he pay?
He did pay.
All right, then I am closing that particular matter and I'm dismissing without prejudice count 1. I'm now going to Martinez Allison, and I'm going to go down to the ones that were adjourned to pay. Case number SP 129-88131. Did they pay it?
No, ma'am, they did not pay that ticket.
And how much do they owe?
$275.
Capias will issue, and that bond, this is subsequent to taking the plea of guilty and them giving me the date that they could pay by. The bond will be set at $275 cash or surety. Also for Martinez Allison, SP 146-45371. Did they pay that particular case?
They did not, and that was for $50.
And they didn't pay it.
No, ma'am.
This will issue. Mine will be set at $50 cash or surety. As to the remaining matters, I think that two of them were civil infractions, and then the remaining.
No, opposite, Judge. The first 2 are misdemeanors and the rest are civil infractions.
Oh, so the last 3, I'm sorry, I missed that. Insurance, no proof.
Yes.
All right, very good. So as to SP 129-88132 and SP 145-10711, Capias will issue. The bond will be set at $25 cash or surety. As to that matter, as well as to count 2, the bond will be set at $25 cash or surety. As to, wait a minute, where am I? SP, hold on, I think I got that wrong. Yes, those 2 are the no insurance misdemeanors. The bonds will be set at $25 cash or surety. As to expired plates, insurance, no proof, and no registration, case numbers SP 145-10712, SP 147-5212, counts 1 and 2. Those matters will go into default. All right, as to Ms. Alvarado Guerrero, case number SP 150-32321. Did they pay?
They must have paid because that's not on my docket.
All right, then it has been closed. Very good. It is just 10:35 a.m. and I had a pre-trial for Mariah Anderson. Has Mariah Anderson joined us?
I have not seen them. They are not in the courtroom.
All right, I'll give a few more minutes for that as well. And then Ms. Matt, go ahead, Mr. Fikens.
Well, that probably shouldn't be on your docket, Your Honor. Sorry for interrupting, but that's
unless I did it. Ms. Mack, is that something I did?
Right. Yes, we had this case. So yeah, this is one of the ones we had. I don't know. We moved it for some reason. I don't know, but I think the previous date they had didn't work, and someone asked for an adjournment. So that's why we have it.
All right. Well, hopefully they'll join us. I'm going to go now to 1:30. And I have for Cedric Brown, Z808-8471. Let me know if your clients are having any difficulties. So for Cedric Brown, I am going to see him on, well, that's the afternoon, November 6th, 2023. And that's going to be at 8:45 a.m. because we have that heat graduation on November 6th. Also, I have for Dennett, Cedric Brown, is he a veteran?
No, Judge.
He is not. I need to put him on for 9:30.
9:30, okay.
Yes, sir. All right. For Dennis Dillard, Z8084721. I will see him on November 6, 2023, and that will be at 8:45 a.m. For Portia Goldsmith, case number 210-565-4501. I will see her on November 6, 2023, and that will be at 9:30 a.m. For Rhonda Presley, case number Z8056341 and case number 180-445-9601. I will see her on November 6, 2023, and that will be at 9:30 a.m. And then finally, for Jennifer Bate, 2023-283-652FH. I will also see her on November 6, 2023. And actually, Miss Mack, all of those should be 9:35 a.m. just in case we have some jailers on that day. My apologies.
Okay, I
The
change it. Thank
9:30
you.
should actually be 9:35, so I can keep them separate.
Yes, ma'am, got it.
Did I miss anything?
No, Judge.
All right, let's find out what's going on with Anderson, Redding, and Al Saddam. Those are the folks I'm waiting on. Miss Cleveland, I saw you pop back on. What's going on?
He apparently has been in touch with his therapist as well as he's compliant with testing. He's just not answering his phone, Your Honor. I would ask, if possible, if I could have him adjourn to tomorrow, because I'm going to send him an email and try to give him an opportunity to respond to the email, Your Honor.
And let's make sure if you have a family member, let's do a wellness check. Yes. Make sure that he's all right.
Yes,
all right.
Your Honor.
I have for Mr. Redding, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, any objection to that recommendation instead of sending out a warrant, putting a warrant in the system?
No, Judge.
No objections, Judge.
All right. I have for John Wesley Redding II, case number 237051411, SP 1231981, Z8089281 for Mr. Redding. I'm going to adjourn him to October 31st, 2023, and that will have to be at 9:30 a.m. Okay, Ms. Cleveland, let me know if you find out something otherwise, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're very welcome. All right. I am going to go into recess. Reach out to Shannon Walker, Miss Mack, and let her know that counsel is looking to connect with her so that we can figure out what's going to happen with Al Saddam, which was scheduled at 9:35 a.m. And then let's see, we'll give a little more time for Mariah Anderson to appear. All right.
Yes,
thank you all. All right, Miss Mack, I'm ready to call that 1035 matter. I'm satisfied I've given Mariah Anderson ample time to appear. And so I'm calling case number SP 147-78641 for Mariah Anderson, scheduled for pretrial on today. Ms. Anderson has not appeared. KPS will issue, and that bond will be set at $25 cash or surety. And of course, if she comes on, if she got her dates crossed or whatever, she can walk in at any time or Zoom in at any time.
Thank you, Judge.
And then Ms. Mack, were you able to reach the prosecutor on Al Saddam?
Yes, Judge, I did, and I informed her that we had a retained counsel on that case, and he had not reached out to her today, so I don't know.
Is counsel still on? Mr. Martell, are you still with us? He left.
I don't see him, Judge.
He did not inform the courtroom or anything, so I don't know.
Let's give him a few more. I told him he had to come back. I don't know if you have a number for him. Call him, tell him we're not gonna wait all day on him and his client. No.
And he did not reach out to the prosecutor. She had no indication about this at all, from his perspective anyway.
And let him know that the prosecutor is awaiting his call. We're not gonna.
Yeah.
You know what I want to say.
I know. Yes, no, ma'am. Yes.
Listen.
It is Lions Day. We are not today, okay?
We are not doing this today. Today is the Lions Day. Yes.
It is.
I'm not down there in that courthouse. Y'all got alarms and everything going on there.
Oh
Not
my
today.
gosh.
Good Lord.
Yes.
Great. All right.
I'll see if I can reach out, see if I can find a number for him, Judge, and reach out and see what I come up with, and I'll let you know if I find out anything.
All right. We'll be in recess just for a moment.
Okay, I'm getting on it right now.
Thank you all.
Morning, Prosecutor Walker.
Morning, Mr. Reed. Mr. Pikens, what's going on, gentlemen?
Not much. We have this morning I went to Judge Nance Adams on Jeffrey Rodriguez.
Okay,
That was a man who said
I
he didn't want to.
remember him. He declined to join specialty court.
Yeah. So I explained to Judge Nance Adams what happened. She and also Tamika, the House counsel, just called me up and said, "What's happening with him?" I told her what your thoughts were, if I stated them correctly, that the plea agreement should be set aside, whatever.
Right.
I don't know that Judge Nance Adams wants to do that. I don't know what she wants to do.
Okay,
But I
I'll go
just
talk
wanted-
to Ms. Horn and we'll see if we can figure it out.
Yeah, but I just talked to her a minute ago.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thanks. And you're here for Mr. El Saddam.
Yeah, I just spoke to Mr. Martell and
Okay.
Ms. Mack, if you can hear me, we're gonna need a pretrial order for a jury request. All right, thanks, guys.
I can hear you, but you know.
Hi, Pumpkin.
It's
Okay,
Lions.
I'll be here when you need me.
Thank you, Miss Walker.
I'm sorry, Ms. Walker, was the attorney zooming back on so he can get this? Because the judge is ready to go.
Yes, ma'am. He told me he was zooming back in.
Okay, all right, he hasn't so far. Okay, thank you.
Hello? Hello?
Keep yourself muted until you're called by the judge, please. Thank you.
Are you all ready?
Yes, Judge.
Oh, we are?
I sent you a message that we were ready. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't get it. I'm just checking in. Okay. All right. Let's do it on Zian Al Saddam. U 658-18723. Or did the people join us?
I believe
She did. She had to step away for a moment, Judge, but she said she would be right back.
Okay, so we need to wait for the prosecutor.
Judge,
Well, if she want to come right back, I think we should.
Perfect.
All right. I can hear you all now. I had it muted. I can hear you all. So just tell me over the computer, Miss Mac. I'll hear you.
Okay, yes, Judge.
All right. Okay, thanks.
Okay. Okay, Judge, we are ready. Prosecutor is back. There we are. Thank you.
I'm ready. All right. Madam Prosecutor, place your appearance on the record. I've already placed the case number on the record.
Shannon Walker, P53794 on behalf of the people.
All right. Thank you. Vince Counsel, unmute for me. There you go.
Forgive me, Judge. And good morning, Your Honor. Good morning to your staff. May it please this most honorable court, Edward Martell, P85051, on behalf of Zain El Sadawi. Mr. El Sadawi, please unmute yourself and state your full and complete name for the record.
Zain El Sadawi.
All right. Good morning to all of the parties. Today is the date scheduled for pre-trial. How are the parties proceeding?
Judge, if I may, briefly.
Yes.
Thank you. This matter was up, I believe, for bench trial. Last appearance, myself and City Attorney Walker had some discussion. There was review of a police body cam video. Judge, at this time, we're humbly asking for this matter for a jury trial. In the interim court's resolution, there has been an offer made by the people. I will discuss that with my client in the interim.
All right. Very good. Ms. Walker, was there anything you wanted to add?
No, Judge.
Let's set the matter for a jury trial. Ms. Mack, can you pull up a scheduling order for me and give me a date?
Yes, Judge. You want the date first or you want the scheduling order?
Yep, let me get the date first, the trial date first.
Okay, the next date available is February 5th, 2024.
All right, very good. Let's do it. I'm going to have you all go ahead, Ms. Mack. We start off with the witness list. Is that correct?
No, actually, Judge, the first on
the
agenda, okay, is all discovery.
All right. So do you all have a lot of discovery to do in this matter?
I believe we have all the discovery, Judge. If there's any additional media, I would humbly ask for that, but we do have somebody in all of the police reports, I believe. If there's any outstanding, certainly I would request that.
And when the people did provide that discovery, we did ask for reciprocal discovery. We have not received any. I don't know if counsel has any to give.
I don't believe so, Judge, but if there is, certainly we will tender.
All right, very good. Then I am going to indicate that discovery date is not applicable. You all should have everything. If there's an issue, please let me know. Let's go now to the witness list. I am going to have the witness list will be due, because we've got some holidays in here. It will be due November 17th, 2023. Ms. Mack, what's next?
Yes, Judge. Next is motions.
All right, all motions must be filed with the court. I am going to give you until December 28th, 2023 to get all motions filed, dispositive or otherwise. Ms. Mack, what's next?
Next is responses to motions.
All right, response to motions. I am going to give you until, let me see if the 28th, 1, 2, 3. Let me go to January 22nd, 2024. Next.
Next is the final pretrial and motion hearing.
All right, final pretrial conference. If our trial date is on the 5th, then that will take place on February 2nd, 2024, and that will be at 10:00 a.m. I must indicate to you all that at the time of the final pretrial conference, I will listen to, decide all motions. The parties prior to that date do need to get together to determine exhibits, as well as jury voir dire, as well as a verdict form. Anything that you cannot agree on, the court will hear your motions regarding those matters at the final pre-trial conference. For purposes of the jury trial, please make sure that both of the parties, that you provide trial binders, that you also provide jury instructions. And you all, if you can't agree on jury instructions, I'll hear those motions during the final pre-trial conference. And that will also be our motion hearing day. So we'll have trial binders and jury instructions. Please make sure that the parties are ready to make your own copies, as my staff will not be available to make copies for either party. If for some reason that you all are able to resolve this matter, then the parties must notify the court of any resolution, and it must be done so in writing. And it must be no later than February 2nd, 2024 by 3:30 before 3:30 p.m. Failure to notify the court that you all have resolved this matter will result in costs being assessed to the parties for cancellation of the jury. In addition, you should note that the parties cannot stipulate to an adjournment of the trial date, cannot stipulate. Only by order of the court can the trial date be changed. Any questions or concerns that you need to raise with me?
None with the people.
None, Judge. Thank you.
All right, thank you all. You will receive, please make sure that Ms. Mack has your contact information, Attorney Martell, so that you can get a written copy of the scheduling order. And of course, Ms. Walker, you'll get it as well.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you all.
Excuse me, Judge, one thing, we scheduled the jury trial for February the 5th. What time are we setting that for?
Oh, I'm sorry, that jury trial should be scheduled at 8:35 a.m.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Judge, the final pretrial, 8:35 as well.
I didn't give a time for the final pretrial. Oh, yes, I did.
The final pretrial is at 10 a.m.
Perfect. Thank you.
About to say, I'm slipping for real today on a Monday. All right. We're in good shape. All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. So for the remainder, we are in good shape today. I'm almost afraid to announce that we are taking a break.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you was going to say something
out there.
Okay, we are, but just know that it's specialty court, so please be on call, but take your break, because last week was something else, And then Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikes, I will see you all, and Ms. Walker, somebody from your team in staffing at 1:30. Ms. Mack, if you could send me Tuesday and Thursday's docket, please.
Me too, Miss
Will
Mack.
do. Will do.
Both Shannons, please, ma'am.
Oh, Shannon. Yes, I appreciate it. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Wilson.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.